Have you ever wanted to get those beautiful, soft, flowing waterfall pictures that are in the magazines, but you didn't have the expensive DSLRs and that expensive equipment? Well, my friend Megan has an iPhone, and she really wants to get those beautiful, silky smooth waterfall photos. I am going to show her how to do it. Welcome to Discover Smartphone Photography, the show that's all about having fun, creating incredible photos, editing those photos to perfection, all within your iPhone or Android. Megan, it's so good to see you again, and I was really excited when we were talking on the phone because you said you wanted to learn about waterfall photography, which is an absolute love of mine. Just tell me a little bit about, what you want to get out of today when we go out in the field.
So I'm working really with an iPhone 8, so I know that, I don't have a Nikon or a DSLR, but I've seen some really great photos done with iPhones, and I really want to learn how to use my phone to the best of its ability. And I've been really traveling New Brunswick and seeing some amazing waterfalls, and I just really want to learn how to take great pictures like I've seen my friends and other people do around here.
That's fantastic. And a lot of people, actually most people don't even know that you can get waterfall pictures with an iPhone or an Android. It's really quite amazing. Now, first of all, what about this cool place? We're kind of in a tinny echo can here. Where are we?
This is so cool. We're in the Rogue Nest in Rogue Alley, and it saves us from the sun right now.
I know, it's
boiling.
awesome. And I am drinking my favorite double espresso. I'd like to do a cheers before we begin.
Let's have a cheers.
You have a peach and basil.
This is a black brewed iced tea.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head out, but first I always like to just tell people that it's good to clean your device, whether it be an iPhone, Android, or DSLR. So I'm going to give this to you.
Perfect,
and
thank you.
Just with that cleaner, just in a circular motion, just make sure your lens is clean. And that will help you get really sharp pictures. Because a lot of people say, Mark, my pictures are not sharp. And I say, well, why don't you just clean your lens? Because, especially for smaller lenses like iPhones, if it's a little bit dirty with one little fingerprint, you're going to get this fuzzy picture that just ruins everything.
I've definitely been guilty of that numerous times.
And a lot of people also, they'll clean on their shirt or anything or Kleenex. That's probably not the best. So that's the stuff to use. And also, if you could just get your iPhone.
Okay.
I always also like to show people, how to get stable shots if they're not using a tripod. So I'd like you to push your elbows into your rib cage. And usually we like to avoid this. You know how your friends are always taking pictures like this?
I've been the friend.
Yes, that's not good because there's a lot of movement and you can't really keep that still. So bringing everything into your core is really, really good. Now, of course, you can only bring it so far and then your eyes can't see because it's too close. But whatever you feel is comfortable with regards to seeing is great. This is going to give you really good posture for taking photos with your iPhone.
Perfect. That actually feels really good and stable.
Yes, yeah, it works really well. So I'm excited about getting to the waterfall. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump in the car and we're going to head out and have a lot of fun.
All right, I can't wait. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it. So we arrived. It was a little bit dangerous, Megan, but we got down, and isn't this place amazing? I love it.
Beautiful, Mark. I love it here.
Yeah.
I would have never known this was here if you hadn't shown me.
I know, and not many people know about it. That's why it's so special. Now, what we're going to do here is I want to be able to teach people how to get great waterfalls with any device. Now, you're using an iPhone.
I am.
And iPhone has this great feature called Live, and that's what we're going to use. But
Perfect.
You also said that you have a couple friends, you want to go capture more waterfall pictures, but they have Androids as well. So after we get this shot with your iPhone, I will switch to a different app that your friends who use Androids can appreciate and use as well. We're going to use a tripod for the second one because tripods are so amazing. They don't have to be expensive, but they actually add just a touch more of that wonderful element to our waterfall pictures.
Perfect. I've never used a tripod with my phone, so I'm really excited to learn.
So the first thing we're going to do is you already know how to hold your phone. We already cleaned your lens. So I'd like you, in fact, I'm going to go along with you.
All right.
what we're gonna do is just open up our normal Apple iPhone camera.
Okay.
And there's a little, it's like a concentric circle. It's a circle icon. And when we're holding horizontally, at least on my phone, it's the top left. And this is called your live feature. So if you tap that, and you should be able to see a little live yellow, and that means that the live is on. Is that what you see there?
I see it.
Okay. Now compose the picture any way you want.
Okay.
And the nice thing is we have these boulders here, and they're going to sort of create that anchor, that sharp anchor that will accentuate the flow of the water. So let's do a horizontal shot for this one.
All right.
And we are ready to take the picture. And just remember that when we're doing this type of shot, especially because we're in the shade, we want to keep as still as possible. So I always advise people to take a deep breath. And then at the bottom of the breath, when we're not moving our lungs, that's when we take the picture, okay? So on the count of 3, okay, 1, 2, take a deep breath in and then out, and then take the picture. Okay, now let's open up that picture. And usually you do that at the bottom right if you're in horizontal mode. And it should be a normal shot. However, here's the trick. What I want you to do with your thumb is to scroll up slightly until you see what we call the effects options. Yeah. And a lot of people don't know about this, but these are 4 different effects that work really well. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the last one. It's called long exposure.
Okay.
So I'd like you to tap on long exposure. And what do you see?
I see a waterfall.
Yes, isn't it great?
It looks great. I did not know that these effects were there.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that if you press with your thumb on the picture for about a couple seconds, you can actually see that it was a video. Well, not really a video, but sort of like a video. And they take all of those frames and magically create a waterfall picture.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun. Now, if you zoom in a little bit, you'll see that, and this is quite amazing, the rocks are fairly sharp. And that's what's really good about creating that contrast of still and motion.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to set this up for you. And this will be really helpful for anyone who has an Android phone. And it'll be really interesting sort of to compare, which one do you like better?
Right.
Okay?
All right.
So,
let's
begin. Okay, Megan, in the magic of editing, suddenly a tripod appeared out of nowhere.
Ta-da!
Okay, so you have Lightroom open. Now this is Adobe Lightroom. You've already loaded it before we arrived. And when you open up Lightroom, you're going to see at the bottom right a little blue icon in the shape of a camera.
I do.
So we're going to press that.
Perfect.
And that simply opens up what we call the Lightroom mobile camera. And the nice thing is that there's quite a few different non-waterfall related aspects to this app. It's an incredible camera to use, but for now we're just going to deal with what's called the long exposure.
Okay.
And all I want you to do is get off of auto. Now you're going to see a little auto button.
Yep.
I'd like you to tap on it, and we're going to go down to something called long exposure. So I get you to tap on that.
Okay.
And in long exposure, it doesn't look any different. It looks exactly the same.
It does.
All we're going to do is press the button, and we're going to see what happens, okay? Now, we don't have to worry about breathing because we have a tripod, but I will ask you just gently press the button just so we don't shake the tripod.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And we're just going to lay back and wait for 5 seconds. Now, 5 seconds is the default. So with this app, we're able to get a good 5-second exposure. Now, when we do compare both pictures, the real value of the Lightroom version, the one we just did now, is that the overall image quality is better. So it can be blown up much larger, and it's a really high quality image coming from that app. And the reason I really wanted to show this to you is because this works well for Android, it works well for iPhone, even people who have like an iPad or even a tablet, they can use this app camera, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So I'm really happy that I could help you, and mainly because I love teaching this stuff. Waterfalls are so fun, and if you can go out with your friends and explore our area and get some amazing shots, then I'll be happy.
I'm so thankful, Mark. Thank you so much. I really wanted to learn this, and I can't wait to go out with my friends and show them what I've learned today.
I am so thrilled about this shoot. I love sharing all the information I have about waterfall photography. And I'm actually really thrilled to get those pictures from Meagan. She's going to email them to me when she goes out with her friends to capture the wonderful shots around St. John and area. In closing, use your imagination, get out in nature, and have a lot of fun. I will see you in the next episode.